brothers Wisp. The brothers Wisp, brothers Wisp. The brothers Wisp. The brothers.
You're now listening to Greg. It's the brothers.
Good afternoon, guys. This is Mike with the Brothers Wisp. We are at Wisp America 2018. What day is today? Tuesday? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. So we're speaking with Scott and Tim from SBR Consulting. So I've now roped Tim into staying here. Scott, tell us about SBR Consulting.
Well, we do whatever WISPs or whatever our customers need, basically. We started because I had a WISP for 10 years and I got an offer that I couldn't refuse. So I sold the WISP and decided to stay involved in what was going on. So it was doing some consulting. Mostly it was network consulting, but as things progressed, we're doing much more back-end integration, trying to get systems to talk to each other so that the right one's in charge and the data is consistent across applications, or whatever kind of data manipulation our customers need. We do a lot of billing system to billing system, so customer changes billing systems, we do the data manipulation to get it so that it's right for the new system.
That seems important.
Yeah, well, it's amazing how often somebody misspells the same word the same way over and over again, but it won't geocode. Someone's trying to go in the new system, they can't identify where the address is, things like that. But it's also been, that leads into helping our customer understand how they're really doing things. And so maybe they have some processes to change. We can help them with that. And we do some work with billing systems, impose some rules on the way you do things. And the new billing system imposes different rules. How do you make that transition? Or how do you manipulate the new system to do it the way you'd really like to, which is in between the two? So a lot of that kind of thing. But mostly it's doing data from here to there kind of things. That everything's custom solution, so it's what you need. We'll try to help you find a solution. If we can't find one, we'll build one.
And so that sounds an awful lot like something a lot of WISPs need. Doing lots of manual things, or doing lots of things perhaps incorrectly, and it seems like you're taking them into modern IT by just getting rid of processes they don't need.
Well, yeah, trying to, and a lot of it's things that people don't realize that can be automated, that we'd like to help with the automation. So we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. Why do we do it manually? What can we do to smooth out the process? So for one customer, we did some things where there were a lot of steps involved, and we tried to consolidate it so there's one place to do it and it enforces their business rules. So you have to have the right number of phone numbers and the address has to be spelled correctly before it'll get pushed into the billing system. And then once it's there, you have to schedule the installation at the appropriate times, not just whenever you want to, but when there's an installer that should be available. So yeah, trying to get consistency so that everybody knows what's there, it stays the same, and it gets done without as much manual work, right? So
yeah, it's, and that seems to be like a lot of WISPs haven't even gotten the concept of even moving from what their billing setup is to a standard WISP billing platform, and it is just one step, and then you're going one step beyond. Okay, so once you have one, now here's other things you can do to make
right.
that more powerful.
Right. So sometimes it's when you get out of the old whatever you were doing that wasn't really a billing system that you find all sorts of things that you wonder what you were doing, right? Why were we doing that? Or why can't we do that and somebody else has figured out a different way to do it? But yeah, then it's expanding what you can do. Is there more you can do with the data you have about your customers? Is there more that you can give your techs before they go out to install or service? Just what gives you the most information from the data that you have, right? The distinction being data is the raw stuff and information is what you can use to do some work. So how do we turn that data into usable information, especially since the technicians don't care anything about the billing system, but it has stuff they need to know, right?
Sure.
So how do we get it? How do we get it to everybody that needs the right thing?
Alrighty. And so what's a couple other examples of things you've done?
So we've done some things where we take the billing information and put it into Zendesk.
Okay.
Right. So Zendesk has a way to put some stuff in a sidebar window.
Okay.
So as soon as you enter the ticket or the customer name shows up in a ticket, we go look them up in the billing system data, put it up so that you can see whether it's suspended or active, right? So should you even talk about doing service for them? If they're suspended, you probably want to talk about getting money first, right? Get that taken care of. And then if that all passes and there's more information you need, you can click on the account and we'll bring up the rest of the account information that shows the account and all of the services that are established with that account, which can really help know what to do. So if the customer says my internet's slow, but you know they're doing 3 streams on their 2 meg connection, right? That's a different response than if they've actually got enough capacity for it. So this way the person on the phone knows what their customer should be getting.
Okay.
Right, so kind of that. We've done some billing system, grab the POP and AP for each customer, massage that a little bit and push it into MailChimp, and then did a front end so that you can do targeted emails by AP or POP or combination, so that if you got planned outages, you can send notices to those people, or if you're doing a marketing campaign in an area, you can target them based on your network geography rather than physical geography, right? And the front end makes it really easy to do the pushes, to make the groupings, but it also saves them. That way you've always got them so you can go back. Yeah, there's probably some others. Those are the biggest ones that we've got going.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I feel that talking about some of the stuff would maybe trigger some thoughts in someone's mind of, hey, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, I want that. Most of this stuff is gonna be things that, well, yeah. So I guess how much of it is stuff that the customer comes to you and says, I know I want to do this, and there's like, well, we need some help, and then you find them the solution.
Most everything that we're doing is because a customer requested something specific. Some of that has led to some broader discussions about things that we can do that might help, but it's almost all customer based, or it's based on my own experience having known the WISP for 10 years and knowing the problems that I had, right, to be able to figure out what somebody else is really trying to ask for, because we don't always know what to ask for. We just know we have a problem. So again, some of that goes back to the business process analysis that we can help with. What's working for you, what's not, what can we help you change to make what you've got work?
Sure.
But yeah, it's pretty much all driven by exactly what a customer's asked for.
And then do you only work with certain types of platforms, or do you work with anything?
We'll look at anything.
Okay.
Size isn't a big deal. As long as we can get access to what we need, we'll at least talk about it.
Okay.
We may not be able to do it, but yeah, we try to be very platform agnostic. We want to do what our customer needs, not what they think their systems can do. So it's about getting the customer the information they need to do their business the way they want to do their business.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. So it sounds like you guys, you'll do pretty much anything they're looking for as long as it's something you can be capable of.
Yep. Pretty much.
And just shoot you over an email, and you'll tell them,
right,
I can or I can't.
Yeah. Get us an email. Give us a call. Either one works.
So then on a bit of a tangent. Other than having a WISP and previously, and now having SBR Consulting, what sorts of things have you been involved with regarding WISPA?
Regarding WISPA, so for the last 5 or 6 or 7 years, I've been pretty much the guy that gets all of the projectors and computers and stuff set up in the session rooms.
Okay.
Up until this year, because I haven't had time with the booth and all to do it, I've also been kind of the fill-in at the registration desk when they need something. Okay. I'm often Trina's gopher.
Okay.
When there's nobody else around, Trina says, Scott, can you? And that's what gets done. And continued doing it after I sold the WISP because, well, twofold. Half my friends are here.
Sure.
And it's been an industry that's just been really fun to work with and to watch grow up, right?
Sure.
Grow up, and wanted to stay involved. And working through WISP has been a great way to do it. Maintain the friendships, get the contacts needed to get the new business model started, right?
Sure.
So,
And so I see that they seemed to kind of recognize you for that, didn't they?
yes. Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise. I was expecting it to be more of one of the presidential, whatever they call the 10 or 12 that gets picked every
Sure.
year, right?
Sure.
And was really surprised when it was the Volunteer of the Year award.
Yeah.
Yeah, really proud.
Yeah. Well, obviously everybody else is too.
It's kind of hard work, but it's really fun work.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Greg, it's the Brothers Wisp. Let's take a ride through space on this mothership. Wireless networking. We talk about equipment and methodology, so sit back and start learning. Lighten up the tower so people can start searching. Shooting up the web in neighborhoods, net surfing. We got horrible jokes, we're loud and annoying, but we're informative facts, we're not disappointing. Just give us a listen, cause fun is the mission. I'm telling you, you don't know what you are missing. Ideas and some good comedy given. If you missed the show already, don't worry, you're forgiven.